With Google changing the way in which their algorithms work to prioritize mobile sites over non-mobile sites, there are some pretty big implications for brands. On a practical level, that means brands and marketers need to go back and revisit the sites that they've built and see that they are mobile optimized. And not just viewable on a mobile device, because accessible is not the same as usable. So they actually need to make sure that they work. So they need to spend time looking at the analytic programs that they've got and understand what people are actually trying to access and where they're trying to access it from and what devices they're using and prioritize for that. With search, it's actually a bigger issue because mobile search is different to desktop search because it has both contextual and intent differences behind it. Search tends to be used by people on their mobile devices for immediate answers. And that may be that they're looking for something in their immediate geography or they want to take an action immediately. So we have to take consideration of both the intent that somebody has when they search for something and the context in which they're searching. When you combine those two things together, what you think of is if somebody searches for your brand or for your category on their mobile device and they find your site, they need to continue having a mobile experience and not be sent from a mobile search to a desktop site, because the evidence is out there to suggest that consumers will vote with their thumbs and within 10 seconds will leave. And so one of the things that a brand could do is look at the kind of bounce rates that they're getting on their site. It'll help them understand how the mobile experience is being perceived by consumers. If you think about the role that content plays, it lies at the heart of all digital channels. And so mobile is a part of that. What brands need to think about is how do we create compelling content in the first place? And then how do we make that content accessible in the right time and the right place and in the right format? So that can be that the same content could be served up quite differently to a mobile device than it is to a desktop device. And the challenge for a brand is to think about how do we make that happen. There are some technical parts to that, but there are also some more kind of philosophical parts to that, understanding how does somebody want to access the particular content? What are they looking to do? Again, we're thinking about intent, we're thinking about context, and we're thinking about user experience. So for the brands, they ought to think about content being held in a central hub. The second thing is that when you look at data from YouTube, for instance, we know now that YouTube is the second most popular search engine for everybody around the world, and that around 75% of all content on YouTube is first viewed on a mobile device. That means that brands need to have a mobile presence on YouTube. They need to think about consumers accessing via there. What they could do is consider that small bite-sized content that's viewable on YouTube, they could view that content as the on-ramp to a deeper engagement with them and take them from a YouTube site perhaps back to their own site and then engage with consumers there.